Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I have a very exciting video for you today. I personally am very excited about this, not because I love Valentine's Day, but I have the opportunity to talk with you guys about self-love and taking care of yourself and how it's so important to fill your cup up and love yourself. And I think today, Valentine's Day, in a couple of days, is a great opportunity to remind yourself how amazing you are. It's great to spend it with someone if you have someone, but I, for one, do not have anyone this year. So I'm going to use this opportunity to give myself a little bit more self-love and work on myself. You know, self-care, it's disguised as like bubble baths and just taking care of yourself and doing fun things for yourself, but self-care is a lot of work. You have to do that inner work. You need to say no to things. You need to have your routines, whatever it is, to be your best self. And I want to go into some ways that you can celebrate yourself this Valentine's Day. Today I'm going to share a few ways that I give myself a little bit extra care and what you can do this Valentine's Day, how to have fun when you're single and just feel good about yourself. I also want to talk a little bit about my relationships, my past relationships, and of course, dating and travel, because obviously I travel a lot. My YouTube channel is about travel, and I'm pretty sure if you've been with me for a long time, you guys would know that I had a boyfriend about a year ago. We broke up, but we're still friends, so I don't feel weird talking about this too much. I'm not going to dive deep into the details or anything, but I want to use this as an example to talk about dating and traveling, because obviously when you're traveling, you're on this high, you're meeting new people, you're in new foreign places, eating food, maybe going out, doing whatever it is. So your emotions and everything is stimulated and just you have heightened feelings. So when you do meet people, when you travel, it's easy to fall in love. I'm guilty. I've fallen in love multiple times when I was traveling. So I want to talk about that a bit and how to handle long distance relationships. And so let's start off with the ways that I think you and me should take care of ourselves. So you think chocolates and treating yourself and Netflix and all this stuff, but how about this? How about this Valentine's Day, we do something good for ourselves and for our souls? Maybe we go to a workout class that we love, we cook a really healthy dinner, have something that really nourishes your body and your soul, because you might feel good in the moment when you're eating those chocolates or watching Netflix, but afterwards, do you really feel better? Do you feel like that added something to your life, or do you feel more drained or sluggish, lethargic? So why not nourish our bodies this time instead of just having that instant gratification? So that's my first tip, is do something that really feeds your body and soul, whether that's food or working out or spending time with friends, which is my next tip. Is if you're single, get a group of your girlfriends together and have a girls' night. I love that. Like, I love Valentines. I had a Valentine's dinner last year. It was super fun. And I think that's another great way to remind yourself that you are loved. You don't need a guy or a girl to love you. You can get together with your friends and celebrate each other, because I'm sure you have plenty of awesome, beautiful friends that are in the same boat as you. My third way to have fun is self-discovery, learning more about yourself. So I do this a lot. I always have. This past year with my job, I've been busier, and I kind of put this on the back burner, and it's affected me. I think it's so important to be in touch with yourself, to meditate, to think deeply, to go deeper within your own mind. Journaling is a really great way to do this as well. Yoga is really great. Just body weight exercises that force you to really have that mind to muscle connection, I think are so beneficial to become the best version of yourself. So that could be another way you could spend the day, self-discovery, kind of writing out your intentions, maybe revisiting your New Year's goals. If you haven't watched my video on how to achieve goals this year and also my New Year's resolutions, go ahead and do that because I have some really great information in that video. But I think it's so important to revisit what your goals are, your aspirations. Are you on the right track? How are your habits looking? Just go deeper within yourself, and you can spend this day alone, maybe light a candle, take out your journal, set the mood for yourself, and yeah, you could use Valentine's Day to do that as well if you want to spend it alone. I think this is my fourth tip, is to be kind to yourself. Don't push yourself to do things that you don't feel comfortable with, whether it's going out, whether you are overworking yourself, you're taking on too many projects. Slow down if you need to. It's so important. I have a huge announcement coming up in a video or two about a big transition that I'm making in my life. I actually am in the middle of it right now, and I'm so excited to share with you guys, but I don't want to do it in this video. But during this transition, I had to remind myself yesterday, Natasha, slow down. Like, you are good, you have everything is in motion. You don't have to be rushing to get anything done right now in this moment, this day. So I slowed down. I went to a yoga class, I went for a walk around the lake, I spent time with myself, I listened to my audiobook, and it was so amazing. It's so important to slow down, because when you are constantly in stress or your body is in fight or flight, your cortisol levels go up, your adrenal glands are working overtime, and then your body becomes desensitized to the chemicals that do cause the good kind of stress, and your body is just in this constant zombie-like state, and it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your physical health, your mental or emotional health. So be kind to yourself, say nice things to yourself, because your mind and your body is listening when you self-sabotage or say negative things. So have a positive dialogue with yourself today. So those are some of my ways to spend Valentine's Day. I think it's so important to be whole on yourself, to really make sure you're secure and stable on your own before you go into a relationship, because then you're going to be stuck in a state of codependence with your partner. Maybe it becomes toxic, and you do not want that. So let's work on ourselves this year. If we are single, there's no rush to go out and find that person, because when you align yourself with your own goals and aspirations, things start flowing into your life, and it's actually pretty insane how that happens, because it actually works and you manifest these things, and everything comes to you in some sort of way when you put that energy out there. And I am saying this because it has happened to me. It's happening to me right now, and I'm gonna share more of that in that other video. But it's crazy when you just focus on yourself and your personal goals, that everything that you really have been wanting just kind of lands in your lap. Focus on yourself, and I'm sure in no time someone else will notice that, and someone who is actually aligned with you and what you're doing with your life as well, and you will find that special person. But there's no harm in being single for Valentine's Day. So let's talk a little bit about my dating experiences. So I lived in Spain for a couple years. I lived there twice, and I ended up getting a boyfriend when I was there. Actually, both times there was some time in between the two times, so kind of crazy. But I do date when I travel, or I did date when I traveled, and I fell in love. I was in Europe and I fell in love, and everything was perfect.
This is what dreams are made of.
We had such a great relationship. I'm talking about my last boyfriend, and everything was so great. But then long distance happened. I moved back here to the US. He moved to Colombia. I went to Colombia. I actually have a TikTok that went viral about our relationship and our story. I'll play it right now. Yeah, this TikTok went viral. We traveled the world together. It was amazing. We supported each other, and yeah, everything was really great. But then as we started living our lives separately in different countries, different continents, things kind of shifted as we got more busy. It was harder to, I don't know, find the time to talk to each other with the time difference, and also just kind of resentment over like not understanding each other and what we were personally going through in our lives because we were so far apart and so many things were happening. So we ended up breaking up. While that relationship ended, I still think that it was far more healthy than my relationship prior to that. I've had 3 serious relationships, and each time I have gotten out of one and gone to another, you have that data. I've had that data and that experience from the past one, and I learned from it and was able to make my next relationship healthier and stronger. So at this point in my life, I realized that right now, because I have so many things in flux in my life, it's best for me to be focusing on myself and not diving into another relationship. I'm not really in a rush to get into another relationship. I have a lot of projects I'm working on. I'm transitioning in my career and all of these things. So right now, I'm so happy to be single and kind of exploring myself and learning more about myself, which is why I made this video, because it's fine. It's more than okay to be single and to be on this path to self-discovery. And if you guys want me to talk more about traveling and dating and how it works and long distance relationships, let me know, because I do have plenty of experience in that area, unfortunately, because long distance is very difficult. It's, if you love someone, you love someone, and distance doesn't matter, but it's so difficult at times, and it's taxing, and it kind of makes you question a lot of things. But I can definitely go into that in a different video. But as for this one, those are my tips for self-love, self-discovery. I hope you guys have an amazing Valentine's Day. If you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know what you're doing for Valentine's Day in the comments below. I'd love to hear. I have literally no plans, so I might either spend it with my friends or spend it alone and do some fun things on my own. But let me know what you're doing, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.